My district is the Olympic Peninsula in Washington State, heavily forested district. And there on the Olympic Peninsula, we're currently fighting the largest active fire in Washington State. Another sparked over the weekend, and it's the largest that the Olympic Peninsula has seen in 50 years. The Bear Gulch fire is estimated to be more than 10,000 acres and under 9% currently contained. As you know, wildland firefighting is one of the most dangerous and critical public safety duties, and I applaud the hardworking crew members who put their lives on the line to perform these life-saving duties to make our communities safer for humans and the land. Last month, I had the chance to visit Incident Command at Sanderson Field in Shelton, where we saw the fields of tents where folks come and stay for 2 weeks at a time, then swap out again. It's not just, one set of crew that's doing this work. It's a continuous turnover of folks who are stepping in to keep our community safe. Chief Schultz, my understanding is that as of July 27th, 2025, the Forest Service had 11,364 wildland firefighters on board nationwide. Do you believe that the work that they do is valuable and that we should do everything possible to ensure that they feel safe and protected on the job?
Mr. Chairman, Ms. Randall, yes, I do think that you should be protected and safe on the job. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Unfortunately, it seems that some of our federal agencies under the Trump administration don't have the same appreciation for our firefighters, because on August 27th, instead of being able to conduct their critical work, 44 crew members were forced to stand in line for hours to show their IDs to immigration enforcement. Customs and Border Patrol arrested 2 crew members, and dozens more were pulled away from performing fuel management, which I know many of my colleagues have spoken to as an important part of wildland firefighting. And this is during an active wildfire. In response to this heinous mismanagement of one of the largest wildfires in our state's history, I wrote a letter to the Bureau of Land Management, the Department of Homeland Security, and Customs and Border Patrol asking for answers and accountability regarding this incident. The U.S. Forest Service received a copy of this letter. Chief Schultz, I've heard from firefighters across the region who have a series of questions they'd like me to ask you. I understand that the Forest Service was part of this operation along with BLM and CBP. What circumstances could possibly lead your agency to allow the arrest of active duty firefighting crew who are risking their lives in order to protect our communities?
Mr. Chairman, Ms. Randall, we recognize the Department of Homeland Security, Customs, Border Patrol has the primary mandate of controlling and guarding the nation's borders. The Forest Service, we support greater federal response to the border crisis, but the Forest Service was not directly involved in that.
Okay, thank you. For safety reasons, fire areas are closed off to everyone except firefighters. This typically involves roadblocks set up by local government officials and land managers. So how did Customs and Border Patrol get into the area? My understanding is that Forest Service is part of the incident management team. Did the leadership of the incident management team work directly with immigration officials to set up this raid?
Mr. Chairman, Ms. Randall, I don't know the specifics in terms of what communications were had exactly on that, but I don't have any details to give you in terms of what specific communications were had.
Well, I'm disappointed that you have no clarity to offer the 140 plus firefighters who have been fighting the fire for months and now have concerns about their safety, their rights, their protections. We've heard a lot about the importance of supporting wildland firefighters and our crew, and this is leaving the crew member at the Bear Gulch fire feeling hung out to dry. What directives have the president and his team given you regarding cooperation with immigration operations during active firefighting operations?
We've had no direction, Mr. Chairman, Ms. Randall, directly from the White House on this issue.
About from Homeland Security?
We've had no direct direction.
So in 2021, the Department of Homeland Security released a statement where agencies noted that they would refrain from immigration enforcement at locations where disaster and emergency response and relief is being provided unless there are exigent circumstances. To your knowledge, is this policy still in place?
Mr. Chairman, Ms. Randall, I'm not as familiar with the policy as you are.
Thank you, Chief Schultz. Mr. Chairman, I request unanimous consent to enter into the record this September 3rd article from High Country News titled "Firefighters Question Leaders' Role in Ice Raid Near Bear Gulch Fire," and firefighting veterans believe the management team overseeing fire crews played a key role in handing team members over to immigration authorities, as well as my August 29th letter to DHS Secretary Noem, CBP Commissioner Scott, and BLM Acting Director Graffi.